Hi, everybody. Welcome to your Colorado Home Advocate Report with your Colorado Home Advocate, Don Betts. How are you, Don?
Excellent today. Thank you. How about you?
Excellent. Can't complain. As always, click the information down below. Can't remember that? Type in the words Home Advocates. You'll find Don's information right on the front page. Just scroll down, you'll find it. There's also an 800 number where you can get a hold of us. With all of that said, can I please have the Colorado Home Report for this week?
Well, we've seen a substantial increase in inventory over the last week or so. Last week we were at 0.9 months of inventory, and we're up to 1.3 overall in the Denver metro area. So that is, a significant jump, even though 1.3 is still way off that magic 6 months of inventory to have a balanced market. I'm not sure I agree with that. Not that
I'm not
6 months
sure I
thing.
agree with it. I don't know who came up with that number. 6 months is
Well,
a
it's
lot of
there's
inventory.
statistics that show that. I guess the conversation is what's a normal market versus a balanced market,
Right.
and we haven't had a quote balanced market according to that criterion uh, since 2010. So normal market probably is a better target. Okay, and we're approaching that a little bit. We have a lot more price reductions showing up, and people are having open houses. Agents listing on Friday and putting in their comments. I want all the offers in by noon on Monday so we can review them. That's gone because you're not getting 10 offers over a weekend. So we have a more balanced market,
It
which is
sounds
good.
like it. It certainly sounds like it, which takes us to today's topics. It is two infamous words, supply and demand. So let's start with demand. Most of the demand in this market, we've talked about it previously, is built on this fear of missing out with investors. How has the investor demand been over the last few weeks since all the changes have occurred to the market?
I still get a lot of emails and texts from investors that are still looking for properties. I've got a property that I'm going to submit to investors. It's not on the market yet. Hopefully, I'll do that this weekend. So I'm going to get a really good test of where the investors are right now. I did sell a very small home that was a definite fixer to an investor um, back in March at about just over, I think it was $320,000 home. It went on they fixed it up nicely and sold it in 4 days at a list price of $450,000. So 319 to 450. So there's still opportunity to buy investment properties for flips, and certainly the rentals investors out there too.
The secondary demand came from traditional home buyers, but their interest rates went up to about 5.3 to 6%, depending on what you're talking about or who the lender is. How has the interest rate hike changed the dynamics for the market?
Talking to several buyers that I'm working with, they've settled down, say, okay, I get it. 5.5, 5.6 ain't that bad. So let's reevaluate our position and get back out looking. And so I think it's starting to settle in that even with this huge interest rate jump, it's still in the range where it is long-term affordable
Please
for
click
the
the
right
info.
buyer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But again, I think people that are buying in this market are people who truly want to buy. Like they're not buying because they're missing out. It's they have to move. I've got to buy something, and it's a trigger event more than it is, what we talked about a few months ago with the fear of missing out. That's not what this is right now. This is I really need to move and I really need to buy a house. And even at 5.3, I'll say it safely, it's still a great rate. You guys are either too young or too old, or you don't remember double-digit interest rates, and that's
Yeah.
what happens in these types of markets. Which takes us to, by the way, click the information down below. Call Don directly. If not, remember Home Advocates. You can call the 800 number. You can find his information right on the front page. Simple as that. Which takes us to supply for the discussion. And the only supply that's coming on the market is coming from two sources, in my humble opinion. They'll be coming from foreclosures. Certainly, we've talked about that, and we talked about that last week. But the other one that we don't talk about very often, especially for Colorado, is how are new homes doing out there?
Um, Good. I mean, the thing is that, as you know, overall, nationwide, the new home starts have been level for, years. And we're really not creating new homes faster than the demand. So it helps, but we're just not building enough to make up that difference. The home builders here are active and but they're all scared. Okay, they're all scared of interest rates. So what am I going to do if I start this section and the interest rates go to 7 or 8? That's a risk that some are taking. I have seen recently where smart builders are getting aggressive with their lenders and buying money, meaning they buy chunks of money at rates so they can provide financing at 5.5%. Get your loan through us. I've set aside money with the mortgage company, so that's smart. It's fixing the rate in the future, and they continue to build, but not enough.
Yeah. And so if you want to find out how much equity you have, if it's the right time to sell or buy or whatever, please use the information down below. Please don't get caught up in the hype of the media. Talk to an advocate first. Don, is there anything you'd like to add for this week?
I just want to say to sellers and that have been worried about finding that replacement property, with the increase in inventory, we have many more opportunities to, if you need to upsize or downsize, there are more opportunities, and we can sell your home with that replacement property contingency, and we can find your replacement property in a period of time that works for your new buyer of your existing home. So let's negotiate that. I do it all the time, and 99% of the time it just works out fine. We find what you're looking for in that replacement property.